Hi, my name is Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. The other day someone asked me about lubrication and they asked me specifically for my tips on getting wet. Well, it's difficult for me to give any tips on lubrication because I don't think I'm qualified to do such a thing. I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not a sexologist, so I think if you're having any problems or issues with vaginal lubrication, I would strongly recommend going to visit a gynecologist because it can be linked to hormones. And if that's the case, then that's definitely something for a professional. But I'm very happy to share my own experiences with lubrication and lubricants. And here we go. Well, fortunately, I have never really needed to use lubricant. I've been sent lots of lubricants to test and I'm like, oh my God, when I read the ingredients, I do find some of the ingredients to be quite scary. I prefer to be as natural as possible. Unfortunately, I have no need to use lubricant. I have my own abundant quantities of Venusian nectar, I like to call it, which is the perfect consistency, the perfect quantity, the perfect temperature, and it doesn't cause any irritation like some lubricants can. I've been sent lots of lubricants over the years and I do have quite a collection, and I'm sometimes I look at the ingredients and I think, oh my God, and then in some cases I have tried them and I just find the act of putting some cold chemical goo on my vulva, I don't find that to be arousing at all. Even some ones that are like have warming functions, or some kind of tingling functions, I just find it a bit, I don't know, it doesn't seem very natural to me. But of course, if you need lubricant, you should definitely use it. It's not good to have too much friction. But I remember one time, I think only one time that I needed to use lubricant, and that was when I was experimenting with lesbian sex for the first time in my life. Well, it's actually two occasions it happened to me. The first time, I think I felt almost impotent, like I really I wanted to be there and I was loving what was going on, but I felt that my body was almost in shock to what was going on, because it was a very new scenario for me, and it was very frustrating. And I felt that maybe that was what some men might go through the first time they have sex with someone. They're with someone they really like, and then somehow they just can't achieve an erection. And I felt that was the case for me. I was like, oh, it's not that I don't like you, I really do, but it's just not working. But it was all down to relaxation at the end of the day, and I think you should be honest with yourself in a situation like that and think, do you want to be here? Is this, I don't think you should really force your body to do something it's really not ready to do. And then there was another time I was with the same girl, and I had managed to relax a bit more. But unfortunately, we were together during a weekend and I had my period, and it was unexpected, this period. It came just when I least wanted it to. And so I had what happened was we were in bed, and then we were doing stuff, and then suddenly, boom, period arrives, and I was like, oh my God. With a guy, it wouldn't have been such an issue. Maybe I would have just put a dark towel down and we would have had sex, with condoms and everything. But with a woman, it seemed a bit more complicated. So I had the bright idea of inserting a tampon, cutting the string, and then using lubricant on my vulva so we could rub together and just pretend I had my own natural lubrication. So in that case, it was incredibly arousing situation to be with this girl, and then we were rubbing together with all this extra lubricant. It was really cool, and the sounds, it was really quite scandalous, very arousing. But apart from those two times, I can't think of any times that I've use lubricant on myself. I think it's fantastic to use when I'm with a guy, for example, to masturbate a guy, I think a lubricant is essential. I think you can do it a lot better if you're using lubricant. But for sex or for sex toys, I'm really not convinced. There's only one brand that I really like, and that's called Sliquid, and this video is not sponsored by them at all. And it's a brand that has a philosophy that I really, really like. They use natural ingredients, and there are not many ingredients. And I do like to have, I think for me, in any type of product that I put on my skin or on my body, for me the less is the better, the purer it is, the more I like it. So that's something I liked. That's the only kind of brand that I identify with. But I still don't, I'm still not using that lubricants, because I don't really feel the need to. But I do hope that when I hit menopause and I need to use lubricant, I hope there are more options out there, options without glycerine and all these other ingredients that might not be the best thing for your vulva. So anyway, there are my thoughts on lubrication. But also I have read in many articles about veganism and sex, or the sexual benefits of veganism, that vegans lubricate more. And if that's true, well, I'm a vegan and I can definitely say that I lubricate a lot. And I even did when I was vegetarian, but now that I'm vegan, I think it's even more so. And I would just recommend, I just think eating fresh fruit and vegetables is going to be beneficial to any area of your life. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and see you next time.